Hello, welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. This one's going to be a little Saturday night fun. I have 50 questions. Um, I originally saw Age is Just a Number by Barbara Jean did these, and she didn't tag me, but I'm going to do them anyway. And then later on she tagged me, so I'm going to tag a couple people eventually. I've got to figure out who. I'll probably put it in the notes below because I gotta decide who I want to tag. First question is, where are you from? Well, I was born in Portland, Oregon, but we moved every couple years, so I lived all up and down the West Coast, California, Arizona, Oregon. My dad wasn't in the military. He worked for Montgomery Wards, actually, and if you want to move up in retail, a lot of times you have to transfer, so we moved a lot. So I started in Oregon, went all the way down California to San Diego, started back up up north again. So been up and down the whole West Coast. What's my fondest childhood memory? I'm old. I don't remember my childhood very much. We used to go camping when I was a kid, and I used to enjoy camping. You know, playing in the lakes and streams and out in the woods and all that. So that's probably my fondest childhood memory. Did you belong to any fan clubs? No. Can I swim? Yes. In fact, I love to swim. I do water aerobics, and we have a pool out back, so I swim laps for exercise. So yes, I'm definitely a swimmer. Not a good swimmer, but I like to swim. Hot dogs or cheeseburgers? I know it's un-American, but I don't like hamburgers. I mean, I like hamburger in things like tacos or whatever, but just a hamburger, never been a fan. So if we go to a barbecue, I usually take hot dogs for the kids. It's really for me. Favorite type of food? I like Chinese food. We had 2 different times we had Chinese students live with us, so we learned to make a lot of Chinese food. I like all kinds of Oriental food, Korean, Vietnamese, Chinese, so Oriental food, I guess you would say. Or Asian, I guess is the correct phrase nowadays. Party trick? Don't have a party trick. Not even sure what a party trick is. What do you drink in the morning? I usually drink hot chai tea. Coffee or tea? Tea. I drink tea, either hot tea or iced tea all day long. Not a coffee person, which just grieves my granddaughter because she's a barista and she's got all this set up to make all these fancy coffees, and I'll never try any of them, so it doesn't make her happy. Favorite time of year? Springtime, like now. It's nice here in Texas. Well, it's raining buckets today, but normally you get some 80-degree weather. It's beautiful out, and you know, spring doesn't last very long, maybe a month, and then summer hits. But I like the springtime. I like fall too, but springtime's my favorite. Let me scroll up a little bit. Favorite hobby? I'm a card maker. I enjoy making my own cards, and lately I've gotten into watercoloring on the cards, so that's my newest little thing I'm learning to do. What's my biggest, do you wear glasses? Oh, wait a minute, I'm skipping one. Tattoos. No, I don't have any tattoos. Do you wear glasses? I used to wear glasses from when I was a little kid, and then when I got cataracts, I decided to go ahead and spring for the fancy lenses where I don't have to wear glasses anymore. So I got the cataracts removed and these fancy lens implants that do nearsighted, farsighted, astigmatism, all that stuff, so I don't have to wear glasses at all anymore. So it's the first time since I was like 10 years old, 8 years old, 4th grade, whatever age that is. 8, 9, anyway. Biggest fear? I'm kind of claustrophobic. I have to get an MRI every year because I have it's a brain tumor, but it's just benign, just sits there and doesn't do anything, but I still have to get an MRI every year, and they put this cage right over your face, and then you're in that little MRI thing, and it's like, oh, I don't like that at all. Do you have a nickname? Grandma Pat. Everybody calls me, all the kids, everybody calls me Grandma Pat. That's what the GMP is for in my Blessed Grandma Pat name. It's GMP is Grandma Pat. 3 favorite drinks. Well, I drink hot, like chai tea. I drink iced tea, and once in a great while I'll have a Coke Zero. I don't drink alcohol at all. I'm not against it for any reason. I just never don't like the taste of it, so I just never drank. Do you exercise? We just talked about that. I do water aerobics if they'll ever open the gym again. And right now I'm doing videos. I'm trying to at least 3 times a week do a video, take a walk, or do something in the pool. Those are my kind of 3 things I usually do. So I was all set to do a video today, and she canceled it, and it's pouring buckets out, so I can't rain or take a walk. So those are all out the door. So this week I only got 2 in. Can you change a tire? I know how to change a tire, but nowadays they put them on with those pneumatic tightener things, and it's too hard to get off. I don't have the strength to get it off. So I've had AAA for almost 50 years. So my little card says you're a 48-year member or whatever. So I've had AAA a really long time. So that's just called AAA. Favorite flower? I like tulips. Too bad they don't last very long. You get tulips and they're gone in an instant practically. Favorite author? Oof, I have lots of favorite authors. One of my authors I really like it's Dee Henderson. She writes suspense type books, but they're Christian suspense books, and I really enjoy her books. And then another one, I get one. She comes out with a new one every December, or November, so I get it for Christmas every year. It's a series. It's like I'm on book number 27 or something. It's Jana Divanovich, and the series is Stephanie Plum. So I get one of those every year. That's my Christmas present every year from my one son, is to get me that book when it first comes out. Ever gone skydiving? Nope. Kids, yes, I have 2 sons. One I live with. He works for IBM, has for 20 years now. He works from home, so quarantine didn't really affect his work at all, because he's always worked from home. And my other son was a firefighter for 20 years, and then he retired from that at the age of 40 and became a policeman. So now he's a policeman, and they each have 2 kids. The one that's the policeman has 2 girls, and then the one I live with has a boy and a girl. They're all teenagers. Let's see. Employed? No, not any longer. I used to be a purchasing agent for mostly hardware for, like, one was a telecom company, and then later on a helicopter manufacturer. And when I say I'm a buyer, people are like, ooh, clothes, and I'm like, nah. It's mostly nuts and bolts and screws, not fun stuff like clothes. But I went out on disability when I was like 61, and then eventually you just get old and it becomes retirement, not disability. Let's see. Can I whistle? A little bit. Favorite holiday? Christmas. I love Christmas. I love the songs and the lights and the family, and of course the reason behind it all. Siblings? I have one sister. She's 3 years older than me. She lives out in California. We were both divorced, and we had 2 boys each, so we bought a duplex together in the Sacramento area, and we helped each other raise our kids, but we weren't in the same house. We were just next door if we needed each other, but we had our own separate homes, so that worked out great. Surgeries? Oh, way too many. I've had 7 or 8 surgeries. All different kinds of surgeries. No fun. Shower or bath? Well, I like a bath, but the only bathtub downstairs is in my son and daughter-in-law's off of their bedroom, so, you know, if they're out of town or something, I might take a bath, but I mostly just take a shower. There's a shower just right off my bedroom, and I just use that. Last song you listened to? There's a Christian song it's called what's it called? The Blessing. And if you can search it and find a video, there's an international, you know how they do these compilations of all these different people singing. There's an international one where people are singing this song in Swahili and French and, you know, Portuguese, all these different languages, and it's just an awesome video, and the song's awesome too. I think it's called The Blessing, and the people that wrote it, I think they wrote it like right around the beginning of when all this happened, and it just took off and went wild. And it's, you see all these compilation videos of people singing this song. It's really great. You ought to look into it. Let's see. Favorite dessert. Well, I had favorite desserts that I don't eat anymore because I went gluten-free a few years ago. I'm kind of showing my scar. I had open heart surgery and I got a big old scar right there. This is kind of low. Where was I? Oh, favorite dessert. I went gluten-free and I feel much better for being gluten-free, but that cuts out a lot of desserts. I used to like frosted sugar cookies, was one of my favorites. Now, once in a while, I'll make a gluten-free apple crisp with, you know, oats and stuff on top that's gluten-free. So I guess that's my favorite dessert now because, you know, I can't eat a lot of desserts anymore, which is a good thing because I don't need to be eating them. How many TVs in my house? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one in my bedroom, one in my son and daughter-in-law's bedroom, one upstairs in the game room, and one in the living room. So 4. Oh, my parents still alive. My parents actually died very young. My mother died when I was 14. And my dad died 15 years later, so I was 29 when he died. So both my parents died really young. Scariest dream. I used to have this dream. I haven't had it in years, but something's chasing me. I never know what it is. And I'm running and I go knock on a door to get help. And they come out and they start chasing me. And I'm just going back and forth across the street, knocking on doors, trying to get help. And more and more and more people come and start chasing me. I had that dream. It was like a recurring dream I had for years, and I don't know what all that meant, but I stopped having it, so I guess it's fine. What do you enjoy binge watching? I like medical shows like Grey's Anatomy, and I also like cop type shows like Magnum PI, or I liked Zoli and Isles. That was like a kind of a crossover between medical and cop. So I think, what have I binge watched lately? I've discovered this new one I've been watching. It's an older one from like, I don't know, 10 years ago or something. It's called Body of Proof, and it's about a forensic pathologist helping figure out who done it. So I've watched, it's got 3 seasons, and I'm about halfway through season 3, and I've been watching it about 2 or 3 weeks, so I guess that would be considered binge watching. Although I have watched, my grandson made fun of me because I've watched all 40 seasons of Survivor. Pumpkin pie or pecan pie? That's a tough choice. I guess I'll say pumpkin. I'll make, when we make pumpkin pies, we buy little pie pumpkins. Like the big ones aren't good for pies, but they have these little pie pumpkins, and we'll make our own puree instead of the stuff in the can. And they're so much better, and I'll take a little dish and just put the goo in and not have the crust, so I can have pumpkin pie without the crust. Let's see, favorite, worst habit. Yeah, you can see my fingernails are all really short. I don't bite them, but they're really fragile. I guess I need to eat more something, make them stronger. So they start to break, and I'll pick at them till I tear them down, because once they break, I just can't stand it, and so I'll just tear it off. So that, I guess that's my worst habit. Favorite genre of music. I listen to contemporary Christian music and country music are pretty much the only two things I listen to. Do you collect anything? I've already showed you my collection of turtles. So yes, I collect turtles. I used to collect Dalmatians when my son was a firefighter. But I got so many of them, they had a firefighter garage sale, so I gave them all my Dalmatians to sell at their, seemed appropriate to sell at their firefighter garage sale. Rocket or submarine? Oof. Wouldn't like a submarine. I'm pretty claustrophobic, so I'll have to go with the rocket. Favorite movie? Gone with the Wind. Oh, I love Gone with the Wind. My granddaughter watched it with me, and she's like, "You didn't tell me how sad this was. Why didn't you tell me?" Yeah, it doesn't have a happy ending, that's for sure. Schoolboy, schoolgirl crush. I can't remember like a boy that I had a crush on, but I had a crush on Elvis Presley. He was a cutie. Phone make. I have an iPhone. It's a 7, so it's getting a little old, but this is what I film on, so it's doing okay. Sports team. Not really into sports, but since I'm in North Texas, I guess I'll have to say the Dallas Cowboys. Jeans or trousers? Oh, I don't like trousers at all. I'm definitely a jean girl. Sneakers or shoes? Sneakers all the way. Dog or cat? We have a dog named Bella. Don't have a cat. Everybody in the family is allergic to cats, so no cats. I used to have a cat. His name was Midnight. He thought I swear he thought it was a dog. When you'd go on a walk, he'd like walk next to you like a dog would, and I don't know what the deal with him was, but he acted like more like a dog than a cat. He lived about 17 years, but it was time for him to go, so he didn't have to put him to sleep. He just died in his sleep one day. I had a dog that did that too. I saw it laying out under the tree and didn't think anything of it because he was getting old and slept a lot, and then the next day it was laying in the same spot, and I'm like, I guess he's gone. So I guess that's the way to go. You don't have to take him and put him to sleep for some reason or another. So that was much easier to just have them die in their sleep like that. So that's all 50 questions. I don't know if you have any more for me. If you want me to do any, like a Q&A ever where you ask me questions, put some questions down below and I'll do another one of these if you have some more questions. If you watch my recent Nadine West video, I had these shorts that I had said I'd got at Target. I've been wearing them all day, and unfortunately that 25 pounds I lost has affected these shorts there. I'm having trouble keeping them up, so that's a good thing that I need a smaller size. But I have this is the first pair of shorts I've tried on for the summer, and I'm like, oh man, I bet all my shorts don't fit now. I have to start all over and get more clothes, which is of course always a good thing. I'll have to think of who I want to tag in this. I'm going to try and do like some of the smaller YouTubers so they can get some attention. So I will tag 2 or 3 people and I'll put the tag below. And hopefully they'll do this video too. So I hope you had fun tonight. And we will talk again soon.